Hello my friends, this is Dwight from For His Glory 700 coming back at you with a quick video, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on the situation between Russia and the Ukraine. For the past 2 years we've all been required to focus on the COVID-19 pandemic for 2 years straight, and during that time all nations of the world were working in unison, in cooperation with one another. That, historically speaking, has never ever once occurred in the history of mankind, where you have nations throughout the world coming together with one purpose and one mind, with the exception of the Tower of Babel. But other than that one exception, historically speaking, this is the first time in a very long time in recent history that all nations of the earth have come together to combat what is to be perceived as a common enemy, which is the COVID-19 virus. So during the past 2 years, we've been sort of at peace with one another. We've had skirmishes, but for the most part, all the nations of the earth have been of one mind, one purpose, one intent. Now all of a sudden, as we are lifting restrictions and lockdowns that we have been oppressed by for the past 2 years, all of a sudden there's a new distraction. The entire world is being required to focus on the crisis between the Russians and the Ukrainians and the Russians' invasion of the Ukraine. To me, it seems awfully strange because it's just me. I see a connection. I don't see the events of what's happening between Russia and the Ukraine as being a completely separated or unrelated event to what we've been experiencing for the past 2 years. I personally see them as being interrelated. This situation that we're all now being required to focus our sights on between Russia and the Ukraine, I see it as being interrelated. I see it as being part of the plan for Agenda 2030, Agenda 21, because as you know, or should know, we've been warned in advance by the powers that be that we should anticipate and we should expect that there should be cyber attacks, that there should be the electrical grids going down throughout the world, that there should be food shortages, that there's going to be situations for which we are going to be forced into a situation that we have not faced in a very long time. So I see these situations as being interrelated. I see them as being one and the same. And I think the attack on Ukraine is really not so much an attack on the Ukraine, although they're physically possessing the land, as it were. It's really an attack against us. It's an attack against humanity. It is a plan to ensure that we are all enslaved under this one system. It truly is. I think because they have us distracted with a variety of things that we think that we're in the clear, but we're not. The pandemic is not going anywhere. It will remain, and all the restrictions and the lockdowns that have been lifted will return sooner than later. All of this is interconnected, but I'm curious, what are your thoughts on this? Do you believe that what's happening between Russia and Ukraine is connected with the one world government, the system of the beast? What say you? I'm really curious to get your thoughts on this.